It's the hardest thing to bet. I'm addicted to you. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I was gonna go live earlier, but then I'm like, I want to finish watching Amber's live, because honestly, oh god, let me just start. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's Wednesday. How you doing? It's the middle of the week. So y'all see, I did a little change. I'm always gonna do change. I love color, to tell you all the truth. But it's finally time that I started doing color inside of weaves, because I honestly have colored my hair a million times, so much that hey there, Recovery Talk with Sophie. I've colored my hair so many times, like that when I got out here to Georgia, I could not get this green out of my hair. I had to do a Beijing black. Oh my goodness, I could not get my hair back, my hair color back. But I usually dye my hair all the time, so it's better, I guess. It's much better on the hair, much better on that than to keep dyeing it. But anyway, I love differences. I love color. I love just switching up. That is what I do. So I don't like sudden change, but when it comes to my color, I guess I chose it, so it's not that sudden for me. But anyway, how's everybody doing on this Wednesday? This week has felt like 2 weeks trapped in one in a few many days. For me, on this side of the wall watching, I'm gonna have to say I'm kind of happy some things came out. It is so damaging. And I had got myself to a good place during the pandemic where I was actually only coloring it maybe twice a year, but I definitely was about come. I mean, just stress in life and bad things we do to our hair, and like I used to relax my hair. I haven't relaxed my hair since 2019. But just the bad things we do to our hair. But like I lost half of my hair from it falling out. So with that, once that happened, I changed what I was willing to do to my hair. And then I realized that I just wanted to enjoy my hair while I still had some. So I just started coloring and cutting more and cutting more, because once upon a time, I just came from a place where it seemed like you had to have some hair, and my hair is very thick. It's just strands on strands on strands. So when you lose a lot of it, and it seems then you can really tell. But not relaxing, it comes back. But if it's not a case of me going to cut my own hair and then going back too far, so it changes how much more and more shaved. I'm the one who gave me the bald spot on the side. Like I just, sometimes we damage our own hair. And the thing is, I'm like not that girly girl, so I'm not. I just started growing nails in the last 6 months. So I'm not the one to go get a manicure or anything like that ever. I get pedicures when I go to the spa, because when I go to the spa and have my spa day, like that's part of my spa day. It's just one of those great, damn near $100 pedicures. Just makes my whole existence in something. But like I've never been like makeup-y or anything. So I'm trying. I like natural looks more than anything. I guess on myself too. And so even these lip glosses I had got, a lot of them were like almost like lipsticks. And I was like, wait a minute. This is almost like wearing lipstick. Sorry, one of my headphones died. And excuse me if I was a little loud in the beginning, because I had both of my earphones in. So, as you know, when the music is on and both are in there, you're a little bit louder because you're trying to hear yourself. But hey, Susan. Oh yeah, that's good. It's always great when you find the stylist. Like in the last couple of months, I've been doing crochets in my hair, so it's literally just I take down my hair, wash it, braid it, sew down my braids, and then crochet it. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of months. So the styles I've been rocking are just crochets. Um, hey, Queen of O'Hara. Oh, Susan, I'm good. I cannot complain. I was actually before I actually had started with talking about coloring and dyeing my hair and being the queen of dyeing in my hair. Um, but now I'm just doing it through, weaves and stuff. So, um, but anyway, I was saying about the last couple of days, in my opinion, like I'm kind of glad it went like this. I've stated over and over and over again that to me, JY is a human being. He is this. I mean, he truly is showing us who he is, and like I didn't have a up or a down. So for me, it wasn't. He was a make or a break. But at the same time, I definitely was like, okay, this is getting crazy. If I took my own opinion of him, it would be I heard of him, like I said, in the very beginning when he was getting into it with Brittany for 90 Day Fiance. I saw about him then, so I would see him had these breakdowns about what was going on back and forth with him. Then I saw him on Sherelle's channel. Then I watched when they fell out with each other. I watched, him have breakdown after breakdown. And I just kind of felt like I never like numbers on one. You know what I mean? Which I'll get back to that again with speaking about the last couple of days, because all this is in my opinion. And the one good thing about when something comes from your heart and it's just my thoughts of what I've seen, I'm not out to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just calling what I saw, how I saw it. And so I didn't like how it was so many people on him, but I wouldn't like that on anybody. But then for me, it was almost like I didn't think he was a saint. Never did. So as everything kept going on and we get to a couple of months ago, when he was calling Busy Blue all kind of F words and all kind of homophobic slurs and using the justification of being in part of the LGBTQAI plus community that he could do it. And it's almost like, when I hear people say, oh, well, let the blacks get away with calling each other that. Let me tell you something. If you're using it to degrade, it's to degrade. I mean, period. So just, but anyway, so then we had that situation. Then when he recently came on so-called take himself down, and he was done, and he was, implying that he was ready to quit. Oh, before that, I'll never forget what even started me going on to Terry Lynn's panel was when Happy came up. Oh, hey, Happy, I'm just about to talk about you. Hey, Happy, when Happy came up and he was in the comments, who is this bitch? Who is this bitch? I'm like, dang, this kind of harsh. And I've always had a problem with him in the B word. I really got a problem with men in the B word. And I have a problem with, it's okay when you kiki and it might be me and my gay buddies or whoever, however you're doing it. But when you're saying it's shady, I don't care if it's woman to woman, it's still shady. I mean, it's a way I could call a woman a bitch and we all kiki and laugh about it. And it's a way I can call her. She knows, I will knock her unconscious. She knows, I can't stand her. She's beneath me, whatever it may be. So it's just something in the way that word is used. So we came up with that. And then always turns dead on itself. Oh, everybody's on me. Oh, the whole live's about me. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, you haven't been through what I've been through. Have you had your whole family do this? Oh, but did I come from this? So it's just like, okay, I just want to see this dude come out of this. Hey, when he came out and said, hey guys, look, I'm just sticking to 90 Day. If I do anything else, I'm done. I'm gone. I said, hey, that's a good thing. He's just gonna stick to whatever got him his fame, because your fame didn't come from getting into it with everybody. People just didn't like you or whatever that may have been. I don't know. That's not me. So the other day, when it was his birthday, I literally had went live, came off my live, saw, because I unsubscribed. I was subscribed to him for a while. Like I said, since pretty much he started his YouTube page, not his career on Instagram and thing. But I unsubscribed, and I unsubscribed for several reasons. I unsubscribed because there's no accountability with him. I unsubscribed because I honestly see you have no respect for women and really Black people. You have no respect for minorities, because once again, we talk about these last couple of days. You just showing now. See, when we talk racists don't like anyone. It's not just me. So you are really becoming a racist. Like the slurs you threw at Rabbit and being deported was so offensive. One, because she already made it very clear when everything was going on with Nosy Ho that She was born here. So I don't know how you deport somebody born here. Like, is that just a Hispanic? Like, terrible. And like, I can't believe you think that low of the Hispanics and think so high of the blacks. So that behavior just enough. So I kind of got to a point where it's like, hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat around what you're doing or how you're playing people or how you think that you're sitting on a pedestal, almighty, so high, and we all are looking up from so low. And I didn't like that. So I was just like, oh, I'm done, you know. And then that way I don't have to watch any of it and feel any parts about it. So I had just unsubscribed. So when his birthday came up, I didn't even know it was his birthday. Then I'm still subscribed to 90 Days on Blast. And so when I saw an after party show, I'm like, an after party show, you know. Then as soon as I clicked on it and I saw him there, I clicked off because I didn't know where it was going to go. But I was thinking because I saw balloons, Care Bear t-shirts, happiness. I thought, oh, well, maybe it's something good. Maybe he actually is like, fuck it, I made it on another trip around the sun and everything's going to be good. So the next day, when Amber starts playing back the video, matter of fact, when I was doing a live, and Dee kept saying how, you know, the things that were saying last night were illegal. I kept thinking, does she mean last night or like the night before last? Like, this is something I missed? You know what I mean? What happened? Because I really didn't know, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm celebrating my birthday, I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm not celebrating the birth of bullshit. Like, that's just me personally. So as she's playing the video, I'm glad she had it so we could hear it for those who didn't get to hear it. Hey, Heidi. Hey, sis. Much love and respect to you. And so, no, Siri, I didn't ask you to do anything. Anyway, guys, sorry I'm not reading the comments, but I just wanted to get this out because if I don't, I'll sidetrack. I'll be talking about my hair, I'll be talking about Nino and some other stuff that got nothing to do with what I'm about to say. So when I saw that, so when I'm watching part one of Amber's live, I was kind of bothered. And I was bothered because it's like, hey, you could have took this opportunity as your birthday to start a whole new cycle for you. Forget somebody else. And that's the problem right here. Everybody is holding one person accountable for everything, holding one person to hold all, to take all, to cover all. That's impossible. We're all individuals. And if you go to a table of peace, the first thing we got to know is what we're in war for. And when you find out in these situations, each war is separate. So there's no way one could stop the war for another, because you may not even know of this part, or you might know. Or you might be sitting Switzerland about who, I don't know, but one person just cannot solve it. What at most one person can do is stand strong in what they believe and stand on that and just stay, you know, like me. Here's the thing about me. I can listen to all this and I don't change my opinions on people off of what I hear. I try to get an understanding. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to get at each other, understanding. You're trying to, through the internet, through social media, get to know who somebody is. You know what I mean? So some people won't even show you their face because they don't even want to show who they are. And it has nothing to do with the fear of you finding out where I am because of how I look. You know what I mean? So, but it's trying to get to know somebody. So as I continue to watch, so I watched part one, I'm watching part two. And then now as I'm watching part two, I'm like, wait, there's another live going on once again because I'm not subscribed. I had no idea. So when I went over, originally I was just going to go and watch. But when I saw Heidi up on stage, I came in the comments and spoke because, one, I wanted her to know I was there because I don't feel there's ever any peace when there's 5-on-1. And the reason I'm going to say that was the numbers on all, to me, against Heidi was because they all were on a side of this for you and that we're doing this with you for you. So it's like, oh, we're doing this for Danny, and it's all for Danny. So at points, it's going to sound like we're all riding one side. And I told you all, when it comes to me, I don't like when two people sit down and talk to me about something that I know they have been sitting and talking with each other over and over again, because then I feel like I'm under attack. I really do. That's how I feel. So as I'm watching that, I'm like, okay, this may go somewhere good. You know, I try to crack a joke or two in there, you know, in the comments or whatever. But I'm like, let's see where this is going to go. But as I was watching, what I realized was everything that he was accusing of everybody else of is what he was. Oh, Heidi, you're running in and you're the Messiah to tell them what to do. But then I'm telling you, that's what I want you to do for me. oh, it wasn't this, and no one said this behind stage, but neither did Jim. Or there was times when he said, this is a fact, this is what you said, this is what you said, and Heidi proved it to not be a fact, and then he just acted as if he never said it. And I'm like, did anyone peep that? That he just stood on it, that this was something that was said, then she proved it wasn't, and so I was like, oh God, this is good. And then there was moments when I thought, I just gotta get the F out of here, because this is not what peace has brought up. This is actually gonna make a bigger storm. Because it was like he kept saying, oh, Heidi's trying to get rid of all my friends, but then he was trying to make sure she didn't have hers. Here's the thing about everyone, whether we're on here or in the real world, all your friends don't like each other. Aren't we grown enough to still be able to just keep moving and get along and do what we got to do? I mean, come on, half of us don't even like our boss. Listen, do you walk in work and make groups to set them up and try to take them down? I mean, come on, some of the stuff is like, who cares if you don't like them? You just don't. You keep moving. Oh, her friends don't like you. I don't care. I'm not over there watching them. You know what I mean? I'm sure people said things about me, what bad things about me on here. I hope not, but maybe they did. But if they did, I don't care. Didn't see them, don't care to see them. One of the best things Heidi said yesterday, on that thing to me, was that she no longer wanted any of the mess. That she just wanted to be able to just be her and just be free to be that. And that's where the light comes on. Because sometimes that's all you gotta do is say, you know what, even if I watch it, don't even give me the background drama. I don't even want to know. Okay. Addiction and recovery on your channel. But yeah, see, I stopped and read that, and you were talking recovery, and I said, okay, sounds great for your channel. I will lose my attention. It'll kick in very fast. Have very short attention span. But yeah, like I said, so as I watched that, and then I felt bad for her. I felt bad that here she was doing something that is big, and here's the thing. Even with me, I could come hang out, kick it everywhere I want to, and be good with everybody where I want to be. But when it comes to like an issue like that, these are the parties who know it all. So the way that that's going to come to peace is through them. But now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Not one person who's sitting as a mediator can be a part of it. Like they can't be, I'm really team A to be a mediator for A and B. Like it's never going to work. It's never going to work. And so it's going to end up going to places like the other one did, where it seems like, oh my God, now we got the panel feuding with each other. And some people on the panel are sitting here and not saying a word. And this is going on. If anything, if everybody talked backstage, if anything, it should have just been John and Heidi who came on stage, you know what I mean, on the panel, or just left it in the back and then came out and made a statement and showed some kind of whatever. I don't, at this point, you don't know. I don't know, because I feel like it was more so a case of one party really does want this to end because they wanted to stop all as a whole, just so everybody can move on to whatever's next on the plate. And then I felt like one party wanted it to stop as far as what was being done to them, with no accountability to what they were doing. That's how it looked from the outside looking in, because it's like I could bring up that you were dogging your friends, you're nothing, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, and I'm not trying to make you look like a bad guy. But if you name one thing I did, or name one reason why maybe somebody's mad, then I'm making you look bad. And it's like, no, Booney, the things done made you look bad. Saying them doesn't make you look bad. And that goes to whoever's doing whatever. You have to understand that. Like, it's somebody sitting back who doesn't think this shit is funny or cute. Many people. And that's why I even said the other day, like, in honesty, 90% of the stuff that's been done by whoever it was done by, it's wrong. It's wrong, it's shady, it's shifty, it's messy, and it's the reason why most people don't trust. Those are just facts. But now all we can do is, hey, you standing in them, are you still doing them? Do you continue to do them? Are you continuing to justify why you do them? Then we got a problem. But if not, if you don't have a problem with it, don't stop. Don't stop. And so you got to be thankful. So like if we didn't have channels like Amber's channels that say, hey, I'm going to get to the mess and what you want, I'm calling it out. Then you would. So there's a place for everything. There's a place for everything. But you just can't say I'm I'm only about reviews, and I'm in the mess. I don't care who you are. Even when Sherelle's channel had it, it came a point where she's like, I'm not having this on my channel. So, hey, go get you some backup channels. Go get you some backup people. Make them your messy crew. Make a whole, make a village. Right, here's the safe spot of the village. Here's the messy spot of the village. This is where we get up on some gangster shit in the village. Just do that. Just do that. I mean, I don't know. But like I said, some of the things that were said on that video, it's hard to just believe. And then the way the ending went and then to have a video afterwards, it was like, dude, your foot is so far up your ass that you have just you are making more. And that's what I said before when the first petition came out. They've been trying to, it's all this, they're trying to take me down and nobody can take me down. Babe, first of all, we can take ourselves down. All of us can take ourselves down. Trying to prove a point. It's so easy. But yeah, so like I said, so that was kind of, it was sad to me. It was because I just thought about all the people who are involved. I thought about all the people who are hurt. I thought about Terry Lynn had someone take her pictures. Come on, y'all. We are older than this. Most of us are over 40, over 50. I just read a post today that said 40 and 50 is not old, but it's too damn old to be on bullshit. It is. It is. You can't justify. I don't give a damn. Some people wondering how I know you're 2 years. 2 years? 2 of my 42 is not going to make me turn on what I believe and who I am. It can make you do whatever you want to do. But like I said, some of this stuff is draining and all this, people feeling like they got to pick and choose. Oh my God. It's like, come on, guys. So I was really happy, like I said, when Amber came back on, when Terry Lynn came back out, they honestly said that I'm not making her choose anything. And I'll still be a friend. And I don't care. Then that's how it has to be. Because like I said, I got buddies hanging with people I do not mess with. I don't worry about it. I don't talk about it. I don't go to sleep thinking about it. When I see them together or a picture with them, I don't get jealous and say, oh my God, let me trash one of them because I can't stand that one. No, I don't. So, I don't know, but I was just so happy. Yeah, it was. And like I said, it was just, I felt terrible fighting. I did. I felt like it was somebody just coming from the heart, from the soul. And somebody who was just saying it, somebody trying to say, okay, I want to be cool with you. But then as soon as whatever, because I was trying to find where the trigger came, but it seemed like the trigger came in you not saying, hey, look, not only am I saying we good, but fuck Amber, fuck Terry, fuck D. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't saying that, I'll never go on their channel. I'll never comment. Because here's the thing. I'm so tired of people saying because you're in the comments or because you're there or because you whatever, or you subscribe to a person that you support every single word they do, but they never think about that when they're doing wrong, or so it was oh, all these people are in the comments and they have so much to say. You know why they have so much to say? Because for over a week, you've been sitting on your thing talking about, if I catch you on their panel, if you talk about them, if you do this, I will not come away from me. And then you have them there. So people are confused. You're trying to set up meetings with them. And it's like, wait, I'm confused. Why didn't you do that before you came and told me all this shit? Because people have watched you be sad. Because people have watched you, all of y'all, talk about it on your Instagram, talk about it in all these places. So of course I got 1,000 questions when I see something come up. It's one of the reasons why when Sherelle got back cool with John Yates, she couldn't even bring him back on her channel. Because see, your people are letting you know, okay, say, wait a minute, hold on, wait. And remember, your subscribers and all that, that's who make you all of us, any content creator, that's who it is. So whether they subscribe for your BS, your mess, your good, your sad, your rise, your fall, that's who's making it for you. You know what I mean? That's your backbone. So they want answers. They want answers to, wait a minute, I thought this shit was so serious, now it's not. And then when they watch you go from let's have a world peace to bitch, they say, I knew it wasn't real. Because they already been listening. They was in the private meetings. Members only. They heard what you had to say. Yeah, these days, where is the safety? Like I said, it's just like with Will Smack and Chris Rock. All you did was open the door for somebody else to believe that shit's okay until they losing their life over that smack. And that's what YouTube has done. When you look up and one day you're watching and somebody's talking about somebody, you say, wait, who are they talking about? What content creator is that? And somebody says, that's a sub. You say, wait, they talking about a sub like that? And now I look up and it's everywhere. And he's like, oh, because these messy subs. Hey, y'all, Danny been saying this since the beginning, in case you wasn't catching my videos in the beginning. Behind every messy sub is a hella messy content creator. You know why? Because here's the thing. I'm a content creator and I'm a sub. I'm never coming in your chat with bullshit. I'm never. Because how do I know that's not the bullshit that's going to feed you over the edge? Now, if we good or we cool and we talk to each other, we might be on the phone like, man, did you check out such and such earlier? I can't believe that. That's a conversation. But if I'm a content creator, which I see a lot of them do, you know how many DMs I get and who told me what, and I heard this, and I got a screen, and they only sent me the minute, and then they told me, because you're begging people to tell you. So now if I know some stuff, I'm calling you up. Let me hit you up, because I know you want the bullshit. But if you say, I don't want none of that, don't bring me that, because then I'm going to be checking your messy ass. You get what I'm saying? Because see, when it hit the fan, I either got to bring you up or take this ride by myself. So I just say, keep me off the bus, period. You know what I mean? But nowadays, like I said, subs getting, friends being turned on, family members' names coming. You like say, wait a minute now, y'all taking this shit too far. Too far. And then, hold on, wait a minute. My grandma used to tell me, sorry is sorry does, right? That's all I hear around here all the time. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. I just started that fire with a whole can of gasoline and matches, but I'm sorry. I just degraded you in the worst way I could degrade a person. Sorry. No, you're not. Sorry is sorry does. And like I said, the stuff that goes on here, what's sad is you can get rid of John Yates tomorrow forever. And the things he sent out into the world, just like any of us doing negative in this world, this YouTube world, you just send out a message for somebody else to do it 2 times worse, to do it more, to encourage it. Look at all the people that support you. Look at all the people that stand behind it. Look at all the people that say, I don't want to even see it, don't worry, but won't stop watching it. Look at that. Some people only encourage or come to your thing when they think you're about to talk about the mask. They didn't come to encourage you. They came to get little jots of the mask. Some people, and the thing that no one seems to notice about any of this stuff in the last couple of years that I've noticed, half of the people sit on the stuff for months. So the same people smiling in your face right now are sitting on the stuff that in July will be what we're talking about. They sending the text right now. I even think about when John Yates said, the whole time we were on the thing, I was texting Brooke, I was texting my 148, I was texting. Wait, and we sit up here trying to make peace. How am I sending private texts? And this is how we know people like, that's like me saying, I'm listening to you. You know how your kids, you're talking to your kids, and they just, next time I'm listening to every word you said. No, you're not. And like I said, that's not to knock him. That's to knock what I saw. That's it. That's what this is, a free service. There's no law. There's no law that stops anyone from going where they want to go. Period. It doesn't. Like I said, it's people that come in here and I speak to, and if I just went off what was said, I wouldn't. But I got a free enough mind to follow myself. And when this here gut and heart tell me cut them loose, I cut it loose. And I got nothing to say about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't care what it's doing. But when it's something that I can reflect or somebody I'm around, I'm going to speak on it. Period. I just am. But that's it. Everybody has a free will to go wherever you want. Go where you want. This is ridiculous. Right. That's it. And I want to be able to be a sub. And if I'm a sub that cracks jokes about the situation, that's what I'll be. If I'm a sub that doesn't hesitate to say how I felt about what was going on, I should be able to. A sub doesn't mean I just click like, I just click on to watch you when you watch. I say nothing good or bad. That's not what a sub is. And we starting to mess up like what is to it. But as a sub, I am not your keeper. As a sub, I am not responsible for your mouth. I am not puppeteering the words that come about your mouth or nothing. Unless I'm that sub who 2 minutes, 8 seconds, 3 minutes. Did you hear? Did you hear? Wake up out your sleep. Let me tell you about what you missed. Did you know that they said? Did you know? 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 Because then you're not being a sub. You are literally going places looking for shit to bring back to people. If we on the streets and I go out and every time I come around, Rebecca, she tells me everything somebody said bad about me. Let me tell you something I know about Rebecca. They sure is comfortable talking bad about you to me. But if Rebecca just bringing what she heard, then I think, damn, when you go out, do you only listen for the key word, my name? Like if somebody say, Dan, are you waiting to see if they say something good or bad? Do you ever come tell me the good? Because what I want to ask every content creator, for every subby that brought you something bad, how much good shit they ever brought you? When they bring you when somebody says something nice about you? When did they hit you up to just say, girl, I just noticed you went up 5 to 100 subscribers. Congratulations, girl. When? Because if they your friend, there should be some reciprocity in how they doing things. Like it should be an equal balance, right? Or I guess only friends tell you bad stuff. I think a friendship more than just being bad or telling you what was wrong. I know that's right. Nobody tells me who. No. Y'all want me to believe that any of y'all, not just me. I see a lot of queens. I see a lot of dominant, a lot of strength women in the room and in the building and in these chats. And as content creators. And see, that was another thing. We almost talking like you're strong and all these other bitches weak. Hold on, massa. And see, one thing I get tired of him using the word master, period. See, sometimes we grab on what we shouldn't grab on and ignore what's right in our face. That word comes out too much. And the different voice I use when I speak on blacks. But that's a whole nother thing. Because I'm not here to take nobody down. Like I said, I had to take the saying out of my vocabulary, but it's as true as it gets. Just give them the rope. They'll hang themselves. They will. They will. That's one thing about a disaster. It don't know how to stop till it destroys. It don't. Even if it's destroying itself. Yeah, I told you, even in some of the fights I fought on my own self, I was destroying me more than anybody else. I was drinking to make it through days, you know what I'm saying? So now there's an anger from the liquor, and there's a part of you that got to speak all that stuff that my sober mind wouldn't even say. It was waiting. I was always on go. Always on go. So I see where you're going. And you don't even got the smarts, you know? Like I said, sometimes on the internet, we be on some of the wildest stuff. Anyway. But like I said, people can go wherever they want. Like I said, I see a bunch of dominant people, and I'm sure your parents couldn't stop you from the boyfriend you wanted, the friends you want to hang with. So you want me to believe somebody on the internet can? Somebody over here on YouTube gonna tell you where to go, who to hang with, who to talk to, who to be friends with. If they do, trust me, those gonna be the first people to turn on you too. I promise you. That's just real life. That's what I've learned. Like that's just real life. So like I said, it's no knock to nobody. My whole thing, like I said, one thing about YouTube I've learned is when something starts getting to the bad in you, you gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go because there's no place I'm gonna be able to explain that John Yates' ignorance or whatever is the reason I'm doing something. Come on, he ain't got that kind of power in my life. He don't. He don't. He don't. Because like I said, I remember when he was on there crying and moaning and groaning because he couldn't even get up in subscribers and he didn't understand how he was so good on Instagram. But it just didn't transfer over to here. So sometimes I used to think that even when the drama was going on with him, like when he started talking about how he was being treated at the, at the Friday night, forget what it was called on Sherelle's Love World with Perry and Gio and all them. He would come on, but I would notice that when he would come on there, he would start being different. Like, oh, here we go with drama. It's like he trying, because I thought that at first. Oh, he trying to start some drama. Then there'll be times I'd be like, I could kind of see, but I think it's because people are tired of him in drama. But I don't know him from the drama side like that, really. But then as it went on and on, so like I said, just in watching, but come on, I watched you say somebody was your friend, then say you made them because they're nobody. Then turned around and told them they were everybody to everybody else. I'm confused. Like, I'm so confused. And I've learned that when he speaks, he usually speaking on what he think of himself or what people said about him. And he can't see past nothing else. You know, I'm glad that even Amber said something she's watching. When 148 was like talking and saying like how she just didn't feel good and she was exhausted and then she just was cranky and then she couldn't even force herself to eat. She had been on this all day. He ain't hear none of it. And that's your girl. So if you don't hear your girl, I know you definitely don't hear the people you don't like. So somebody will send you this and they'll send you one piece of what I said. And you'll be all F that B, she's a B, because the B took a B when a B, because she... It's just, it's too much. It's too much. So like I said, so I felt bad for a few people. Oh yeah. Like I said, then the whole Rabbit's gonna be deported. Where's she being deported to? Where? How dare you? It was just like when he was getting the threats. I was still subscribed when he was getting the so-called threats. And he kept saying, "Oh, doesn't Heidi have a son? And I'm in Texas. I mean, who don't? I mean, but here's the thing: I ain't never heard Heidi say one of her sons live in Texas. You saw so-called friend. You don't know. Then how come everything somebody say you said a lie, but everything you say the gospel? Yeah, like I said, come on, man. I done heard him out his own mouth say a woman deserved to be S8 or whatever. And that's it. He said it about Single Moon. Give a damn who he said it about. He's reckless in every meaning of the word reckless. He's dangerous. And like I said, he don't need to be canceled. He need whatever. He gonna cancel himself. I would never want him to harm himself, but I'm not gonna pussyfoot around what you're doing to stop you from doing that when it seems like the only thing you want to do is harm everyone, including yourself in the process of harming everyone else. I want you to find some peace that no one can break. That's what I like. But yes, like I said, these last couple of days is like, come on, man. How in your, even I was listening to Terry Lynn last night and she was saying, I've never been threatened like this my whole life. And you shouldn't be. And you damn sure shouldn't be on the internet. And I'm not laughing at this. I'm just like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Some of us done fought in worse places in life and came out. But this is where we going to end it all? This is where it's, come on, like that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like it doesn't. Let me tell you something. Recovery talks with Sophia. I've said over on this thing 7,000 more times, even when it was about the petition with John Yates. If it comes to a petition, there are so many races. I've seen them throw up actual Nazi signs, all kind of things, use the N-word in every type of way, talk about hangings, all types of stuff. We need to remove it as a whole. I've also told you that the web goes as dark till I've seen murder on here, on YouTube. So we all know that he is not see, and that's where we deflect on anything. If I'm speaking about what he has done that I feel is just dangerous, I didn't say he was the most dangerous person in the world, because he's not. He's not even the most dangerous person I've talked about this week. I'm talking about in my real life. In my real life. I can tell you a story about something I know going on for real that's way more dangerous. But I wouldn't talk about it, just talk on YouTube. I'd be talking about it so we could get a resolution to it. So I was just saying that he's a danger to himself. So even in that, the danger he is more than anything is to himself. He's a danger to himself. Being that worked up or that caught up in what people say about you is a danger to yourself. So, yeah, it's way worse. Yeah, and it's way more people that are more dangerous to themselves on YouTube too, and they've took their own life because of it. So, like I said, he's a danger to himself and to others. And plenty of people on here are. And I also stated that most people who have done most of this stuff in the last 2 years are a danger. A danger to others, a danger to people who are coming on here and believe that's how you need to move. I agree. And I also agree that we spend more time on YouTube taking up for people than taking up for right or wrong. I can like you and you be wrong. I can love you and you be wrong. I don't always just have to, that's not me taking up for you. That's just me yes manning you everywhere I go. Yeah, it's way more dangerous people on here. You're right, Recovery. It's way more dangerous people on here. But I was talking about the last couple of days and the things going on with the people involved with that. That was why I used him. He's not the most dangerous person. He's not even a priority to me like that on here. And I've been subscribed to him for over 2 years. So I never thought him to be the worst. Like I said, what made me say racist, because to be a racist, you got to dislike more than just one. And like I said, you deporting natural citizens of America to other countries because they're Hispanic. And that's racist. That's racist talk. That's not prejudice talk. And like I said before, when he read the N-word, it wasn't the first time he used it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody has their own idea of what dangerous is. They do. But Webster will give it a definition. So I think that's what we should go off of. Dangerous. Adjective. Able or likely to cause harm or injury. Likely to cause problems or to have adverse consequences. Okay. If I go, let's just say it's me, not him, it's me. If I come on here, Finding Recovery, and I start talking about you being an addict, those could cause you to go back on. That's dangerous talk coming out of my mouth. Or some other addict or ex-addict or someone close to becoming addicted. If I come on here and I talk about anyone's dead child, that could cause them to snap and they could do something to me or themselves. Sounds dangerous to me. If I think I could walk up on any one of y'all and just, hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? Should you talking, bitch? Shut up, bitch. You dumbass bitch. And think that's going to be okay everywhere I go? That's dangerous to even believe it. But yeah, some people's idea of dangerous might be stepping in a pothole they didn't see. That's dangerous too, because you can hurt yourself. I don't know. Like I said, it's not to knock you. It's just sometimes what you have to be so careful on here is that it'll be the same people that maybe it's you, maybe it's not. It'll be the same people that'll make that kind of comment and they'll go say Danielle was dissing you for no reason because she said you're the most dangerous person to YouTube. And trust me, this isn't the most dangerous thing I've even heard this week. But it's just like the person or like myself when I got out of an abusive relationship and I was willing to take a cheater because he wasn't abusive. I just don't sugarcoat things like that. And I think if it's causing stress, drama, fights, all this, subbies getting into it, that just sounds like a danger to anyone and their sanity. Oh, yeah, then you understand. I have 2 Black sons. And I see racism every day, and I don't hold every Caucasian to it. But I watch people treat them like crap and trash. I'm a Black woman. The most unprotected person in the world, let some say. I'm not here to question that. See, these are things, see what I mean, how we're deflecting? These are facts. These are reasons why when I see someone who has a power to have people listen to them, they shouldn't be throwing around stuff like, you're Hispanic, you're going to get deported. Come on. I know Hispanics that I was cool with and living next to, and they have with no problems or anything else. But when the presidential campaign was going on, they were treated like crap, and I didn't stand for that either. It's that simple. Tell y'all something. I'm the biggest cheerleader for me. If you hold somebody else's, trust me, you're gonna lose yours. That's not to you, recovery. That's to anybody. Yeah, and that's all I hear is drug addict this, drug addict that, drug addict this, drug addict that. You a drug addict, you a drug addict, he a drug addict, she a drug addict, they a drug addict. But even if they were, can we help get them better? Can we, you know what I mean? Can we pray for them better for them? I mean, for real. Got drug addicts still in my fucking family or in family members of people I love and care about, and I'm never joking about them, talking about them. I'm not calling them crackheads, methods, or whatever they is. I'm not doing that. Period. So it's just hard for me to excuse it. Like I said, when you hear me say something wrong, everybody wrong for doing it. I'm not just saying he wrong, she wrong, Pookie wrong. Everybody wrong doing it. Oh, hey, Sparkle. Yeah, I just don't like that. I mean, so I don't like it in no way. I don't like what's going on about the addicts, about SA, about anything. It's just like I told Maria when we were here last time. You think I was ever okay with anything real was a hell no, I wasn't. Any of those wrong things. I'm not with it. I don't care if I like you. And I don't have a problem with him personally. But see, I'm not ashamed of that neither to say that about people. Like, if I don't have problems, I just don't have a problem with you. And I can still be learning, you know what I'm saying, getting to get understanding. But I'm not here to dog you. And even when I get understanding, I'm not dogging you out. Because what you eat ain't going to make me shit. And truly, I'm like, I got my own life to live. And I got my own burdens to carry. You know what I mean? So I'm not on that. Jealousy, that kind of stuff don't live in my heart. You know what I mean? Mm. Yeah, like I said, I don't, and I like the addicts I know that are recovering addicts. One of the things they always talk about is being held to being that addict forever. And so sometimes we the ones sending people back in real life. So I know what it'll do on here. So like I said, trust me when I say trust me, I overstand. Sister, I overstand. I said, still don't think he the word. And I still wouldn't be one of the people who, like, just like before, when Heidi was cool with him, after everything was said and done, people talked about her like a dog. I never did. Never traded on that. And if Heidi chooses to be cool, that's not on me. That's on her. And that's on her heart, her soul, and her calling and her movement for life, not mine. That's what people got to understand too. Y'all, too many people I mean, YouTube is a good example of why kids so fucked up. Because people come on here and as adults move around in ways that why the shorties is all screwed up. You know what I mean? I vouch for anybody. I'm Captain Saber for everybody. But can't say yourself, then be mad that when you out there, people leaving you out there hanging. Hey, let me tell you something, Tina. My grandma used to say that when I was young. I was a shorty. I didn't even know what she was talking about. What she mean? What she mean? But as I got older, I started realizing how many people seem to think that what they ate did make you shit, like, or what they ate got you full at night. And I say, baby, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Then I just started thinking of all the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, people. That's why you tell Amber, she'll say, like, oh, say day up, man, please. I've been hearing that sounds a shorty. That's old as me. Oh, she'd slide. But yeah, and that's just it. And I can tell, shoot. Go where you want to go, be what you want to be. Because here's the one thing you better know for a fact. YouTube is huge. And if you really want to go somewhere on here, you got to think bigger than the small circle you sitting in. This is a conference table as big as some people's city is. You understand? So to be somewhere in here, like I said, to YouTube, 10,000 subscribers ain't shit. 20, 30, they ain't nothing. They make you do 4,000 hours to see if people even want to watch you, to see if you worth even investing a little bit of their money into. Then we still gonna make you go out there and make the money. You know what I'm saying? So if you plan to go somewhere, if you branding yourself, if you plan to build, if you plan to lead, if you plan to take on something, you have to be bigger. You have to know how to move. I have to know that, oh, what, everybody in the room don't like Bookie. Neither do I. It's a lot of people I move with love, but I don't like a lot of mofos. But I know how to move and you don't even know it. You won't even know it because you ain't moving nothing for me. You ain't moving nothing for me. Period. And that's what people have to understand. That's the difference. There's a lot of people on here, they all trying to get into it. Oh, let me see if I can check you. Let me see if I can. Okay. So I can prove more of us can check each other. What I prove, though? I ain't got no talent is what I proved. What I proved is if I came out here and held a conversation about me, y'all all fall asleep or leave. No, forget that. Forget that. Mm-hmm. Oh, recovery and slide. I don't know what you guys are straightening out, but I love that you are. See, and that's the one thing about text, too. It could be read wrong. I got buddies, they text me and I hit their line. Hey, what the fuck you talking about? What is your name? But Danny, what's wrong? What you think? Because I don't know how to read this. And if you want them smart mouth people, as soon as I see your text, I think it's, you know what I'm saying? I think you already on something. So yeah, so sometimes it can be just the wording in the text. But yeah, like I said, so when I see those things, but on my whole big picture and what's in my life, I didn't come on here to Captain Saber. I didn't come on for nothing. I came to be me, to be true, move exactly where I want to move, and prove that you can actually be in a bunch of different places and not be in none of the mess. Everybody says, oh, how you gonna do that? How you simple. Better yet, like I said, I'm a real boss. I don't tell you how to move, I show you. You know what I mean? And I promise, here's one thing about me. Somebody gonna mark what I say or copy what I say. I ain't never gonna copy what you say. I ain't never gonna copy what you do, copy how you move. Only thing I'm gonna ever copy from you is when you did it wrong, so I don't make that mistake. That I'm gonna copy from you every time. So I watch my like, oh, wait a minute. So they did that. That didn't work. Okay. Now there's some mistakes I'm gonna have to bump my head and make on my own, but most of the ones like, nah, that's what I'm copy from you. I'm original. I'm so authentic that you can go look a couple years ago and you say, oh, she's the same person. So there's no way she could have been copying on somebody she just met. You know what I mean? But nobody's ever said that about me. I've never heard I mimicked anybody. What up, the dog? Oh, sis. Oh, you about to go see Sparkle? But yeah, like I said, that's the one thing I learned. But on here, it's always, it's a lot of the same things. So it's almost like, when you live in certain neighborhoods and you're walking down the street and everybody got on the same shoes and that same outfit that was on the mannequin at the store where they bought the shoes, because there's no originality. And then you look up and it's this one person who don't got on them shoes, but got on the other shoes that came out everybody ain't wearing, and this whole different thing, they stand out. That's me. That's how I always feel in the crowd. Like, I just got to be me. I have to be me. And if you don't like it, that's fine too. Because it's not going to work for you. You know what I mean? But for me, this is how I got to be. This is what life has made me. So yes, I look at everybody. I don't care who you are, what you doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If it got you sleeping good at night, if it's got what you need taken care of, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Wait, was something happening in here that I don't know nothing about? I just keep seeing a lot of I'm sorries and apologies, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened in the chat. They got all this apology going on. Let me tell you something. Honestly. You know why when I be sitting up here saying like, oh, you know what? I think all us bosses, everybody a boss in their own seat, in their own right, in their own mind, in their own way. So you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Crocheting. I'll continue crocheting. Clear. What you know what you were talking about? I was just making sure everybody was okay. I don't want nobody to feel no way. I don't want Sparkle to feel no way. I don't want nobody to. Because that's the one thing. You want to know who the best moderators you can have? Moderating your damn self. Hey, I come up in people chat, I be thinking, ooh, I want to say you dumb sloogity boogity schnook. I'm not. Because like I said, I got values in life. I get into it with you in somebody's house, I'm going to wait for you around the corner because I'm going to take care of this outside of their house. That's just how I believe in things. You know what I mean? We all govern ourselves. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was good. But yeah. So, like I said, it's heavy. Out here it's mass, and most people's popularity come off mass. Then they want to give us the good on them and show us something nice, or tell us how they want to go on the straight road to recovery or being on the good foot lollipop or the whatever they want to call it. And you be like, no, I know what you about. I know what you about. You about all them, yeah. And that's all over this thing. The thing is, and that's the problem. Everybody who thinks the one sector is it really don't know what's going on around here. It's everywhere. Last night in 12 different sectors, somebody got in 200 different sectors, somebody got doxxed. In another sector, somebody slept with somebody who they met online and trusted that. And in another sector, somebody is friending up on a panel with each other today and they'll be shitting on each other tomorrow. And then today, somebody is paying somebody's StreamYard bill and they'll be throwing that out next month. You get what I'm saying? That's like everywhere all over here. That's why you got so many videos deleted and put in private. Because they might just tell you the truth or the opposite of what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, them text messages will get you every time. You'll look at a text and what you say? But like even in here, even when you were speaking, there's nothing I'm gonna get offended by because I feel like everybody's in a safe place. So it's just a question. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean? Now, if you walk up in here and you come in, what up, bitches, and you hoes, and I smack you in the door, you be like, whoa, Jesus. Say, I done just got back on 47th in the low. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at again. I don't even know. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, them text messages get me all the time. As many people on the call like, hey, what you mean by what you was saying? And they be like, Danny, what are you talking about? Be like, that had nothing to do with nothing. It literally meant what it said. But yeah, I don't. And then after so many text messages, I'm ready for you. Like, let me hear what you got to say because I'm a little confused. And then when I'm lost or I don't understand, I'll be like, oh, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, like I said, so it's been super heavy. It's getting crazy here. Let me see what's going on here. It should be getting crazy up in here. Let's see. And I hope not, because in some places people come in and start stuff in some chats, then they go screenshot and they say, oh, so I'm like, wait, what happened? Let me check it out. Yes, I want to make sure everybody's straight. Okay. I'm just trying to say. Whew. I had to read through everything. Love too. Like I said, I don't even know what happened. Oh yeah, Susan is amazing. Yeah, and so like I said, I gotta tell y'all all the time when we come in here, it's like any place. It's hot spots in any city, whether it's hood or not. It could be the worst city in the world. It's hot spots where you better believe opposites, gonna get in the same thing. It's like I told people before, you never gonna have me calling y'all my ops, because my ops are people who want to kill me or we want to kill. Then there's no in between with me with that. There's no we could be cool one day. So that would be something pretty high. And so I ain't got no ops. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. If I do, I must be they must be looking for me, but I don't. So I try my best to say that's how I want to move around in here. Like, you know what I mean? If we all govern ourselves. I know how to come in a room and I don't even mess with you and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Oh, what you cook, Happy? No problem, Happy. What's everybody eating tonight? Let's see, what are you eating tonight? I made some mashed potatoes and garlic chicken yesterday, chicken breast. And then actually the thing was, I was gonna eat it for dinner today, and then I greased and molled off that earlier. And so I think tonight I'm just gonna eat something simple. I'm definitely not making a whole meal. I love broccoli. I remember when I wouldn't even mess with vegetables. Broccoli was one I would definitely mess with. But when I didn't really care for vegetables too much and I loved broccoli, I loved it with cheese, but now I can't eat it with cheese at all. I don't know why I just can't. I can't. But now I love all kind of Brussels sprouts. Green ones are my favorite ones. And I don't like canned vegetables anymore, like at all. It's just too processed. Not to say there might be a day I might end up eating it or whatever, but I do not mess with canned vegetables. They're way too salty. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, my son got his phone. Told you the kids only call if I'm online. Let me get off live and be, hey guys, what you doing? I'm busy. I'm busy. That's how the kids do you. That's how the young generation do you. I tell you. They super booked when you need them. I'm sorry, y'all. My eye just. And you got to be so careful too that when you wipe it, that I don't end up getting tissue. Well, that usually happens if you use toilet paper. Like you get those dots from the tissue all over your face. Now I'm sitting up here with like glitter tissue dots all over my face. Ooh, chicken stir fry. You know what? Speaking of jasmine rice, is it me or when you eat jasmine rice, you don't want no other rice? I don't know. For some odd reason, if I eat jasmine rice, no rice. Don't give me just no white rice, please. Jasmine rice is one of my favorites. You know what's funny? This is gonna sound nasty to most of y'all. I used to eat Frosted Flakes with sugar. I don't know why. If I had Frosted Flakes, I'd have to put sugar on it and it had to have a banana. Like, so I had to have both. But oddly, I'd put the banana in before I'd even put the cereal in the bowl. I told y'all I got some phobias that'll make you be like, there's something wrong with this child. There's something truly wrong with her. Maybe that's why I can understand people so much. And I know how to love you in your space, in your place. And understand that just because I'm not there doesn't make me better than you. It really means that I could easily be there too. Or I've been there before. That's it. I got nothing against nobody. I'm always rooting for the underdog. And let me tell you something. I ain't here to say that I got nobody nothing. I'm here to say that we both made it. We all made it. That's it. I don't give a. And if you don't make it, you just remind me too that it could happen to me. I could quit tomorrow too. That's it. You know what? Now you said Trader Joe's does. Now I just went to I'm actually going to Sam's Friday or Saturday because I'm getting ready to leave and head back to Chicago. And I told my sister that I'm gonna go to Sam's and the meat market, everything, and just load her up completely. You know what I'm saying, before I go. But at Sam's, they got this box you can get of it's actually Uncle Ben's jasmine rice, and you heat it in the microwave. And at first, I told my sister like, I don't do microwave pop rice. You know what I mean? Oh my god, those little 90s, you put them on for 90 seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At first, I was like, you know what? When I go to Sam's, because we drive, and I'm gonna get me some stuff for my, when I move, I said no, because I think I'm not moving in my place at first, and I can just go to the store when I'm out there. Oh, for sure, because the A always a spot for me. I'll actually be back in the A. It's funny, I'm getting ready to head back out of here at the end of April. Like the 20th, I'm gonna head back to Chicago. And I'll be back in Atlanta in May. I'll be back in the end of May for like 3 days for this baby shower, my nephew baby shower. Then I'll be back in September. Those are 2 times I know for a fact I'll be back in the A. Shoot, I'm trying before I leave the A to do some ink and stuff. I never had duck before either. I never did. Is Sassy Nerd Girl in here? Hey, mama. Yeah, I never had duck before. Never. But like I love, like, to me, I mean, who don't like chicken? Everybody like chicken, but I like Cornish hen. I love a Cornish hen. I really do. I actually had somebody grill a Cornish hen once. It's delicious. That was down the wrong way. Excuse me. Duck is greasy. I wouldn't expect that. So then that means you could probably make the skin on it crispy. Oh, like eat duck only with Thai food? I love Thai food. I tell people a lot of the times, is it Cantonese? Like I'm usually not going to just to get Chinese food. Because it's something in all that MSG, woo, it's gonna mess me up. And I almost feel like when I go, especially if I go into one of the ones in like the hood Chinese restaurants or whatever, you say no MSG, they almost look at you like you done just said don't even make the food. He says he nerd girl. But yeah, I love Thai food though. I used to get this it was ground chicken. Now I don't usually like ground chicken, but it was ground chicken, vegetables spicy. It was called like a ground chicken Thai something. Because I used to go to this place in Oak Brook called Basil Thai. Oh my God, they had some good food. Oh, oh, it's just a whole different experience. And then they don't have egg rolls. They had like the spring rolls. I like them better too. They're more crispy. Ooh, you allergic to MSG? Yes, and it's so. Oh, I'm telling you, I know people who will buy like MSG and they'll put it on their food. And I'm like, oh, you might as well just put salt on it. Oh, hold on, guys. I say you might as well put salt on it, but it'll swell my whole feet up. It'll swell my feet, my ankles up. It's gonna swell into my face instantly. Like I always know when I go get some Chinese food and it's high in it. Like if somebody ordered it or whatever and I ate it, it could be delicious. Within 20 minutes, I mean, my feet are going to swell up. Bam. You know what? I'm gonna have to read from this. I'm going to have to read this from here. I tell you, sometimes it's just too much focusing with my eye. Look, excuses, excuses, excuses. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Okay, I saw that. Yes, and see, and that's what you learn. I mean, sometimes I feel like I see why people said when we were in our 20s and stuff, we were so dumb. Or maybe they just said that about me. Um, but it's like all these things that you don't realize that were right in your face. And it's like, oh my God, look at this. Oh my goodness, this is in here. Oh my goodness, this red dye number 7. Oh my goodness, this is this, all this stuff. Like, I love Flaming Hots. I love them. But we got to know it's something powerful and that I think is turning that red and everything else, or hot, crunchy curls, or this, that, dye. And it's like one of the worst ones I hear. It can. And you know what? Sly, that's another thing that's going on right now. Today it's 80 degrees out here. And so the weather flicking, and tonight it'll be 50. That already bloods up my sinuses. But I take a 1-a-day sinus pill, and I can't take it again until 8 o'clock tonight. But because we're getting closer and closer to the time, like my eye is itchy now, almost like allergies instead of sinuses. And then, like I said, if I continue to keep trying to read, it's just more focus on that. I know. Recovery, I know. I swear, the thing with the patches sometimes for me is me. It's in you. It's not even in somebody else. You go out. I remember, no joke, guys, I can't make this up. I remember one day going out with the patch on my eye, and this man was standing next to me. I was actually making an appointment to get my first vaccination. And this man was standing next to me, and he was like, "You deserve better." So I was like, who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? So how when you don't think somebody's talking to you, you might giggle or whatever, or look to see who he might be talking to. So when I looked, he was just staring dead at me. And then he was like, you come out here and you got your eye all bandaged up because it's a black eye. And I thought two things before I cursed him out. I thought, if I did get beat up, why would you think it would be okay to stand in line to tell me about myself? And then secondly, I thought, like, when does a patch only represent, me being in a domestic violence relationship? And so I told the man, like, oh no, I had my cornea done. You too young. Now I was too young. You too young to be getting your cornea. I said, but I'm just old enough for the black eye. And what if I got a black eye because me and my homies got into a fight at the club defending her honor? I don't know. Dang, did I have to be in a domestic? But yeah. And then I feel weak. I feel like even when my eye is like this, like sometimes it'll, depending on what picture you catch, you'll see what looks like a gray film over. My sister always gonna notice it first. But it'll do different things, my eyes. And so for me, at least when it's like this, sometimes people don't know unless you tell them. So it doesn't make me feel weak. But then when that patch is on, I do feel weak. So I do need to wear it more. I probably need to go back to sleeping in it. But yeah, thank you for that recovery. Because I really do need to have it on more. I do. I cannot wait to go see my doctor. Y'all just don't know. Nothing better than, seeing what's going on. So, it's not me assuming. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. I just cannot wait to go see him. And the weird thing, whenever my eye starts tearing up, my nose feels like it's running. And like, all this stuff is connected. Oh. Oh, yeah, those cooking channels, you'll stay on them. Tito, you cussing out the film. I'm laughing because my mom used to say that. Nah, cussing the filth. So I just pictured her saying it. I'm sorry, I don't even know what you're talking about. That's where my mind went. What up, day to day? What up, Brian? But yeah, like I said, but I had to come on here, y'all, and run my mouth with y'all, so everybody is doing. And that's the one thing. Like I said, you ever notice when something's out, then you can kind of move on. But when it's like, lingering around, or you wondering if it's gonna come out, you wondering who gonna say something. I don't care if we talking real life on here. But once it's out, it's out. And I was like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And like I said, it's so much going on this YouTube that there's a place you can go for anything you want to see. Anything you want, there's a place to go see it. Anything. And that's the truth. That's the truth. It's great people, like I said, in here. I always do when content creators come through. Each one is their own personal content creator with their own thing to offer. You know what I mean? It's up to you when you go if that's what you want to do. But I suggest you check out anyone that you see in here that's a content creator at all times. And give it a chance. Give it a chance. We all are different lives. If I go over to your channel looking for you to be like somebody else, I'm not going to get that because you're not them. You're not them. And even if you try to duplicate them, it's not going to be the same. For instance, my cousin used to love at Olive Garden. They used to have this shrimp, like stuffed mushrooms, it's like cut up shrimp, cream cheese, and then some kind of cheese on top. I don't know which cheese they had on top because at this time I didn't eat shrimp, so I wouldn't eat it at first at all. And my cousin used to go to Olive Garden all the time, him and his wife all the time, her and her husband all the time, because my cousin is the girl. But they would always go. And one day he just said, hey, I'm going to learn how to make that at home. You know what I mean? So we can eat that at home instead of always having to go and spend this money to go get it. We can just have it at home and we'll have more. We can make them whatever we like. So when I ate theirs the first time, I was like, oh, this is actually good because I'm not a shrimp fan, but the way you got it cut up, I could taste it, but it's not, big chunks. It was so good. The balance of the portobello mushroom up against the, the textures, like it was good. Then later in life, later on, I had the real deal. Oh, wait a minute. So even when we duplicate, I said all that to say, even when you duplicate sometimes, it can be great, but it'll never be the same. So I'm here to just give you me, flawed and all, and I learn from y'all too. I mean, shit, that's life. You're always learning. See you, Sly. Thank you, I will. He's somewhere out. He on the back porch. He is on the back porch. He said it's 80. He been outside most of the day. I said, the good thing is at least we're going back to Chicago and the weather changed. He might forget that's where he's lived his whole life is in Chicago. I think he done forgot about the bad weather. Say, no, Moni, that's where you're from. But yeah, so today it was nice. So he's been spending a lot of time outside. I was actually going to go and back earlier and hang out with him. I was going to do my live from outside. But you know how they had them beehives and they in the grass? Well, I keep seeing these bees, and y'all know I am allergic, so I'm not gonna chance them. Not gonna be looking out over my shoulder. Now they're going danger recovery. I don't like the bees, but I know we need them, so I don't kill them. I don't come out, but I'm leaving in a couple of weeks. But otherwise, but I know my cousins probably, my girl's probably gonna still have it done where they come out here and catch them because they're in the grass, Oh, y'all, I'm laughing, but I'm scared. I'm laughing, but I am scared. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I just came on to drop by, say hi, talk a little bit about what was going on, and move on. It's not, none of that's going to dwell over me and stay on me. I can't let it. I have to see, what can we do better? The truth is, what can we do? Wrong is wrong, right is right, and keep on moving. That's it. That's it. Because like I said, there's somebody right now who's saying my channel don't get no buzz, ain't nobody watching it, and then they watching all the hate and seeing all the traction the hate getting. They watching other YouTubers who are a year old, a year and a half old, 2 years old, and saying, wait a minute, I see where all their power coming from bullshit, and they thinking that's the way. Yeah, I mean, that's a way to make it. But how far you gonna get with it? Where the million subscriber YouTubers. It's just bullshit. I mean, like nothing else, no real business, no branding, no nothing, just bullshit. Show them to me. And most likely, if you got them, you ain't gonna be able to match up with them because it's a little more than bullshit. There's got to be something else. It's got to be just something else in the pot to make the stew taste so good. And so, like I said, that's how I feel. Thank you, Tina. Like I said, but that's why I want people to grow. I want people to go to your biggest seat. You know what I mean? Because like I said, even in YouTube, think about it like at a job. You know what I'm saying? So like if we was at a job and they started laying off people, I guarantee YouTube be like, all right, look, if you don't have 1 million or more, if you're not touching 400,000 views every time you drop a video, we don't need you. Because they could do that tomorrow. They could wake up and say, we just decided anybody under 100,000 ain't shit. And they wouldn't lose sleep. You know why? Because all the million ones and all them big ones, they be like, oh, I just go and double overtime. That's more money for me. That's more to my check. If tomorrow YouTube woke up and said, you know what? If I find out you was on here doing anything that was wrong, we canceling you out for good. A lot of people be gone. And some of them would be in high standards. But like I said, I want to see people grow. But if you just want to stay in one area and become the most popular on your block, go right ahead. You can be that too. But I want to be known everywhere I go with respect everywhere I go. That's it. And I don't need to be feared. You know what I mean? I don't need to be feared. I know I got it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't fear me, thank you. Because like I told y'all, I believe bad boys and girls move in silence. I want you to think you're sweet. I want you to be like, yeah, that was just some talk, and they would never. And I'd be like, you're right, they would never. But yeah, I ain't come on here for that. I feel like every fight I had in life was to prepare me to be up on here without having to fight that fight on here. And if I'm going to fight that fight on here, it's going to be for the big battles. Not for one sector and a couple of people who, if I go on the YouTube streets and put it in the YouTube newspaper, like it's YouTube newspaper. But if I put it in the newspaper, most content creators are going to say themselves, who the hell are we talking about? I don't even know who these people are. But in your world, they so big, but in my world, they don't even exist. And you know how I know that? Because some of these people you bring up, the bigger YouTubers, they don't even have a clue who they are. So if you don't know the bigger ones, you really think the bigger ones or the big names in YouTube know who little people are? You think the people at YouTube sit and know every name of every content creator that's in the books? No, they don't. They ain't got that kind of time or energy. They ain't even hiring a secretary to know all that. They categorizing you by the numbers you bring in to them. And if those numbers ain't worth nothing, they gonna do you just like they did Chris Rock in that movie he had about his wife. Now, why did I get married? That's Tyler Perry. Forget that movie with Chris Rock. But anyway, it's got a girl from Scandal on there playing his wife. But anyway, in the movie, when he go to his boss, he telling his boss, man, I done brought in $1 million here. I brought in 10 million here. I brought in this. I brought in that. I brought in this. Man, his boss pulled out a quarter, y'all. A quarter. 25 cents. He put it on the table. And he put it right in the edge of the table. And he told him, this is what you are to this business and all the money you brought in. You know, a quarter ain't nothing on the edge of a whole big table, conference table. So he let him know, even though you done did all this and it sounds so good for you to say it, it's nothing to the business. So here on YouTube, you think, please, that's what some of the stuff they can't get to because it's like, I don't even know who these people are. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, they don't know. They trying to figure it out. They typing a name in. They saying, I don't know. I don't know. And when I'm looking at him and what he's bringing to us is money, it's nothing. It's nothing. Please, like I told you, I worked at Nordstrom for years. And one of the things is we be bragging, I got 14.5% commission from the store. And so I'd be sitting there going, oh man, I just brought $2,000 in every 2 weeks. I'm bringing in $2,000. And if I want to, I could bring in more. And during the anniversary, I'm bringing in $3,500 every 2 weeks. And I'm selling shoes. Call me Al Bundy. It was nothing to them. Because the moment you wasn't doing them sales, they'd be like, all right, we can fire you. Yeah, you're not productive enough. We don't want to pay you hourly. Get out. But in my world, that was some real money I was making. But to the big picture, you were nothing. You know? You know? So some people running around here like they own YouTube. YouTube don't know you. Google don't know you. And they pay you and they don't know you. You heard me? They don't know you. And that's what we got to remember when we think about it. YouTube don't know you. Hold on, your co-workers don't know you. Wait a minute, subscribers who make up the business, they don't know you. So I think the first thing you should do is be getting your circle bigger than the one small place you're trying to take over. That's it. I feel like everybody should do what they, you know what I mean? Maybe your brother wants to do that as a piece on his thing, but maybe what he wants to do, like I said, that's what I've learned is that when you find what's for you, go with that. Like for me, mostly what I want to do on here is show you all more in process of learning editing and putting together things and skits and little parts of things I want to produce. I want to get to that. But before I got to anything, I got to get to who I am, how I come from these YouTube streets, where, you know what I mean? That's it. Just learn me and understand me. And like I said, can't nobody tell you me like me. They can't. They can't. They can go digging all through the pits of hell and they still wouldn't find the best stories about me. I can tell them to you right here. Actual factual. Could take you to the places they happen. That's how real it can get. And so that's why I was like, no, I want people to see me. I don't want people to think this is no cloud. I'm not a cloud chasing type of person. I can't stand cloud chasers. I can't stand name droppers. I can't stand none of that stuff. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand it. I come from a place, be careful what you're saying about somebody because you never know who might know them in the room. So I'm real careful about them real area people like that. You just subbed to Macabrio. That's good. Yeah. And see, he might be good at, but he might be like, oh, you better. That's more your field. You never know. But I definitely check it out to see y'all do it together. I love cold cases. Like I told you, I love the ID channel. I love anything. I love talking. I even love when you do people do cold cases and they kind of do it like reopening an investigation and they're seeing what you could get or what did you notice or what you found and answer. I love that kind of stuff. Almost like playing Clue. Like I like that kind of stuff. I really do. And like I said, with so many people out here, so many different things to show and different escapes to give people. So I'm always curious and happy to see a new channel or learn of a new channel so I can go and see what's out there because it's thousands, hundreds of thousands of YouTube content creators. And if, like I said, that's why I wouldn't give John Yates all that power because he's one in a million. You understand? Like I'm giving him too much. When then, like I said, I can go over there and there's a lot of people. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't give him that much power. Oh yeah, mystery digging, just me. I feel like I'm fully on a case. Law was always what I wanted to be in, but once again, like I said before, I did the school thing late and finally getting it together, finally getting my GED, failing it a few times. Then I went to Westwood, and when I went to Westwood, I was doing great. Dean's List, never done that in my life. Dean's List, good grades, really learning, great teachers, actual FBI agents, the actual head of the trainers for the Chicago Police Department, like great teachers, judges, great teachers in there and everything else. But my program was pulled by Lisa Madigan for them scamming, and things on their side. So, everybody loses. But I had intentions to go to John Marshall. Like, that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to come out of there, and no matter what I had to do when I came out of there was to go to John Marshall. Like, law was where I wanted to change it around just to bring some kind of justice. But I was always big, even when we was wrong, with knowing the laws around me. Because even though people always told me when I was young that those laws don't even govern me, they govern the land. And since I live in the land, you better find a way to get away. Most people don't get away with crime because they're innocent. It's because you find a way to make the law work for you or you know what I mean? Or the law worked against you. So Yeah, it's actually a haunted house out here in Georgia. I know before I go, I definitely want to go to where that city underwater is. But they done made it a beach, whole city underwater. And then I know that there's a famous house out here that used to have a path where a lot of people from the Underground Railroad came through. And they ended up making a movie about it because one of the people who ran the house, he was actually what is it called? The people who stuff animals. Oh, what is their name? But he was one that, and he was doing that to slaves that were actually thinking they were in a safe place. Oh yeah. A part of my insecurities and fears and things that people done to me in life has me second guess everything. And I triple dogs guess myself sometimes. I really do. And I've learned that the more my adrenaline is going and my heart is beating and I feel nervous, it's the more I gotta do it. That's the thing pulling me. That's the thing pulling me. That's my it's convicting me. It's pulling me. I've learned that because before I used to think that was a sign that, something bad was gonna happen. Taxidermy. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, one of the guys out here. And so his grandson end up being the one who would it's confusing because it's either the grandfather or the great grandfather, but one of them he was deemed to be like this hero because he was letting slaves know, like because some people they were in that path because there was no real train floating through there, but in the path there were people who you could almost call like conductors or whatever because they would let you know to keep going this way, or they would put out things to let you know that you were close to a place that you might be able to stop, and I got a little place I could hide you or whatever was going on. But I know one of them, he was a taxidermist. He was stuffing slaves. That's out here too in Georgia. And then they're actually like, I think I'm gonna do it next week. Next week I'm gonna get on the bus and I'm gonna ride the bus just because to give me more of a feeling, especially of what I'm going to do. And I've been over to Martin Luther King's, but the last time I went, due to the pandemic, his house wasn't open where he grew up. And so I really want to get up close on them shotgun houses because it's terrible about that. But I know that I did know this before that they also have a place out here that is that here. I have to look that up. But I think they have a place out here too that had to do with the Jewish, and they had shotgun homes there too lined up. I know there was one in Dallas when I went because I was going to go to the one in Dallas. But I'm really about that type of stuff too. I can never know not only where I came from, where people come from, unless I get involved in their history. And so yeah, so it's a couple of things since I'm at the end of the stay out here for now. I'm like, oh, I got to get on those things before I go. Just real quick, wrap it up. But I know the thing with Martin Luther King, I could actually walk around the corner to the bus stop, take that bus, get on another bus. It's gonna be like an hour on the bus, but I could get on the bus and go there. You know. And thanks to Martin Luther King, I don't even really ride the back of the bus. I mean, I wouldn't lie and tell you I've never sat on the back of the bus, but it never was the choice that made me cool. When I was young, people say all them goofies and them lanes be on the front of the bus. What? So I gotta prove everybody wrong. I say I'm cool as a fan, so I'm gonna get right here on the front of this bus. Sit so close to the driver, we can hold a conversation. But yeah, so like I said, there's a couple things in Georgia I gotta do. Like I said, since the pandemic has calmed down, I'm mad. And I want my tongue earring back. I can't even lie to y'all and tell you I don't. I can't even lie. And since I've transitioned in my life, and I haven't also due to the pandemic, I didn't want ink. I didn't want anything. The piercings bothered me, all type of stuff. But now it's like just to let go because some of us are holding in a pain. And for me, when I get tattoos, they release some of the pain I'm holding inside. It's a reversal of the pain for me. It's a reversal of the energy of the pain without cutting yourself or any of those type of things to hurt yourself, to to push that pain somewhere else. So I just feel like I need to do that. And then I also need to realize that in all the pain, without any of the ways I'm known, like tattooing or whatever, to go through them, or fighting to go through them, or drinking to go through them, that I'm standing here on the other side without those things, and I still made it. Still got a way to go, but I made it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm telling you, recovery, that is how tattoos are to me. Like, I've literally sat in a tattoo place. I couldn't even feel the pain, but I could breathe again. Like, what I was holding, they got you kind of, man, I don't know how to explain. That's why sometimes I hear people talk about people with tats, and I be like, it's so much more than that. It's so much bigger than that. It is so much bigger. But yeah, oh, just me. You had told me a taxidermist too. Yeah, I'm telling you, I couldn't think of that name. And you know, you don't want to see. You know, you be thinking like this is the right answer, but you think about it, just don't think so. And sometimes you're right, sometimes I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. See you, baby doll. Oh wow. One continuous tattoo. Oh wow. Wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. My body is a canvas. It is. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, I waited. I waited till my kids got grown, and I wanted tattoos young. And a couple of my tattoos I got when I was young. And then I sat and I heard everything my mother said about who wouldn't take you, and you wouldn't be able to be in this professional world. And then I probably was about 20, and I knew like the corporate world would never be the world I'd be in. Like, it just didn't have a desire. I had a desire to run, you know, something that if I ran it, it didn't matter what I looked like, because since I ran it, you know what I mean? I could just be me. I don't have to go through all of that. So I waited a little longer. And I'm not going to lie to you all, I didn't really start going ink crazy until I was like 30, because I was at the end legs of my children. And we live in a whole different world about ink. You know, I'm not saying you can go get a corporate job with ink all over your face, but it's just a total different world about tattoos and what you can do as long as you can cover them up, you know, keep them off your face. You know, I say don't put them on your face, but it's somebody who does it, and I don't knock them for it. I just don't knock people because I don't do something. Oh, wow, your husband is an artist. Oh, my goodness. My husband would get tired of me if he was a tattooist. Get so tired of me. He would get so tired of me because I'm just thinking about. I couldn't even date a tattoo artist. Oh, he would get so tired of me. He would get so tired. Oh, girl, look, just come live in the chair. Just come stay right here in the chair, girl, because you don't stop. You don't stop. And like I told you, I haven't done a few in a while. I haven't done any in a while, so it's been real. The last time I was gonna go on my birthday last year, but the guy, when he had me come, he was doing tattoos like in a U-Haul shed. And I was like, not on me. You know, and I understand the struggle more than most. But I said, oh no, hunty, no. Danny draw boundaries somewhere. Because I'm not one of those people who, because something's cheap, I got to get it. I'm not that person. I'm the person that when I want it, it's just like my son say, oh, mommy, I got these, what you call the shoes for you? I told him, you know, if they ain't real, I don't wear them. I don't wear fake stuff just to say I had it. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid of pain. My friend got one and it hurt so bad. And it was, I mean, she got this tattoo like 1995. You know, she got was a name, guys. But she got that tattoo and she was like, never again, ever. Worst pain I've ever had. And the next worst pain, she says, is when she had a kid. I'm like, I don't see that. I mean, like, you know, now they have like the number and stuff. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. I want you to go ahead and run this ink on me. I mean, I got the biggest tattoo I have is probably on my hip. But yeah, like I said, to each his own. To each his own. I mean, I like piercing. I like tattoos. I just like people being themselves. Whoever you are is who you are. I like when I shaved my head and I used to have like graphics and Mickey Mouse and all that stuff in it a couple of years ago. And where I lived at, I started looking up and all these chicks had their hair shaved and they'd wear like a puff and, be coloring because I would color my puff, shave the sides of my hair, put graphics in my hair, of this nature. One day this girl said, "Oh, you just starting a whole trend of women being who they want to be." And I said, "Girl, I didn't even know that's what I was starting." I said, "I just got tired of people telling me if I shave my hair, that automatically made me a lesbian. So I want to prove to them what makes me a lesbian is me sleeping with women. You know? Like, get it together. I'm gonna be me." And so nowadays, when people say that, "Oh, it's Danielle in the community," it makes me think, "Oh, that must mean they know I'm free to just be me. That I'm not afraid of what you think about me, but because I'm gonna be me." Like, that's how I look at it. And if you got a problem with it, that's fine. Don't do it for yourself. Don't. And that's what the ribs hurt the most. I'm sure. Now I want to get a whole tattoo under my boobs. One that most people don't even get to see. But I almost want to do like a dream catcher under there. And then I want to do something on the side. But the something on the side, I really want to put some thought into, because some just are special and powerful. Some speak on things taken back in the day, ancestors. Like, it's just a story of my life. Everything is a different reason. But yeah, guys, like I said, it is 5:00. I can't believe it. This day is going so fast, but actually, this week I just know I've been off a little because I let myself get thrown off last week and start beating up on myself because nobody beats on you like you do. And it threw my sleep. And so now my sleep has been thrown that I slept until almost 1:30 yesterday. And then today I slept until 11, which sounds like a good thing, but for me it's not, because usually when those are signs that I'm going back into my insomnia days. And then two, those are also signs for me that can start with depressions. The more I sleep, those type of things for me. So you just have to be aware and be more active with my time. Hey, VT, hey sis. Hey sis. But yeah, so I've been trying to make sure that I'm up and doing things. And even with my hair, I was gonna get my hair done last week and then I put it off. And I said, "Oh," so because you just start, when it starts like that, you just stop caring about you. You do. You just stop caring about you. You really do. And so I'm like, "Oh, Danny, get up, get out of it, get it together, get it together." And so that's what I am on. Yep. And so you have to know your triggers. You have to. I even have to know when my triggers are, that if I watch you do this, it's going to bring that out of me. I have to know. I have to know what my triggers are. Hey, gone, Johnny. Hey, Lala. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, I know myself. So I know it when your body is just saying, okay, you'll get up to those things you got to do. Oh, let me get up and take the dog out. Let me do that. But my body just won't get up, because that's where it starts. It started on the inside of me. And on the outside, it seems like everything is fine. And one day the outside can't even pretend with you. My outside can't pretend like it's okay. So I have to know what triggers me. I have to know. Because otherwise you'll be triggered all day. Because you won't know, or you won't know how to go in here and not, or know when to come out. Because sometimes even in a trigger, it's triggering you, but there's something that you can't leave. It's like the car accident. I don't want to see it, but I just got to take a look. Terry Lynn says, yeah, so that's what I said I have to do. So I knew today when I got up and it was 11, I'm like, okay, this is 2 days in a row. You have to pull this together. And that's why yesterday I never even got a chance to go live, because like I said, I got up at 2. And then I told my sis, I said, well, you know what? I want to go and get some hair and get my hair done. I said, well, just give me a few because I want to get up because I'm still feeling sluggy. Like because it's a different exhaustion than just being asleep. It's like you're worn out. Like when you're planning a funeral and things like that, just worn in a different way. And so I was kind of just, ugh. And then I looked up and like, oh my God, it's 6:00. We better go to the store. Because I literally went from 2 to 6. And I don't even really remember what happened in between 2 to 6. And then I said, oh, no. We got to go to a happy place. We have to, because something is leaving. And that may not make sense to anyone, but I know what it felt like. So yesterday when my sister was like about to do my hair, I said, well, hold on, let me go cut my hair. I always got to cut my sides, I do that weekly. But I said, well, let me go cut my hair and wash my hair. So I took down my other hair, cut it and washed it. And then I was listening to Amber, because Amber was actually live. And then I said, when I came in the room, she said, girl, we should watch some comedy. And I said, you know what? I have to tune out to everything else and just hear the jokes. And literally, so that's what we did. We watched some comedy and we started laughing. And then she did my hair. Then I went back to listening. And then I was in a different spirit. Because see, when your spirit is somewhere, it sucks up everything in the place it's in. So if my spirit is down, it sucks up everything down. That's all it can feel. It's like a magnet. It's pulling to me. When my spirit is high, it sucks on joy. It sucks it up in the room. It's trying to spread it. It really means it when it says it, Can everybody see recovery? Oh, thank you, Terry Lynn. Like I said, I had to do a little change up. I love color. That's how I really started this. Me and Recovery were talking, and I said, I am the type who would color my own hair all the time. And I waited to be probably 39 because I was always so simple. I was always like, oh, I got a big head. All this, or you know what I mean? Or I was scared to like, even when I had all my hair, to do styles like this, because I'd always be so scared. Even though I had a lot of hair, I'd always be so scared, like my head is big. I just don't want my head to look big. But now I'm just like, hey, I just want to try some things. I love some color. And they call me somebody else. Hey, meet a guy, I'll be somebody else. I'm not even Danny anymore, I'm a new character. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, so I just had to shift the energy. And then, wait a minute, Terry Lynn, since you on here. So last night I went to sleep. You were on. I said, okay, Terry Lynn didn't do that the night before. So good. Tonight she on. Tonight she's on. And I'm watching. I got up a couple times. Like I said, I got up to let the dog out. And got back up. But then went right back down and went back to sleep, and you were on. But it was weird. And that's when I knew I was up late, because I got up and I'm like, wait, my screen isn't even on anything. It didn't even go to nothing else. And I was like, no, she's off. And that's when I knew I was asleep late. I said, oh my God, she done went off. I know the last time I saw you on was like 8. And I'm like, wait, I know I really slept late. I can't sleep my days away. I can't. It's too much out here to miss. Oh, thank you, Don John. Yeah, like I said, just something different. And then I've been doing my hair the last couple of times and just staying in the black family. I did the red. So I did the red. But me and reds are like, we're friends to an extent. And sometimes I want red because red just says, I'm the shit. Blonde says young. Red says, I'm the shit. Oh man. Look at everybody loving on each other. But yeah. Oh. But like I said, it's a beautiful day today. It was almost 80 degrees out here. As the sun was shining. And so, like I said, it's a part of me like, just go outside. Even if you're in need, just go out for about an hour and just do that. Just get some air. Talk to the trees. Because sometimes we always waiting for this validation through people. Sometimes we go outside and the universe will answer it all. It'll actually talk back. And it's one of the best parts about the universe is I don't even sometimes have to say anything. And it's going to respond when I'm out in its elements. And that may sound crazy to some, but I've learned that better than people sometimes. Well, that's good. Oh yeah, we supposed to get some rain tonight. Let me tell y'all something I've learned about Georgia. It rains a lot out here. Now I had been to Georgia several times before I've been out here this long. The longest I ever been out here is a month before now. I've been out here for 8 months now. But I've been out here for a month. Since I've been out here, first my sister told me, "Oh, that means we're going into fall. They get rain instead of snow. We going into winter. Well, there's always something fall, then winter. Then I said, when don't y'all get rain?" I've literally the longest time is like it was maybe 4 days straight of rain, 4 or 5. That's a lot, and it's a lot on the psyche too. Oh my God. The rain can drain you from the moment you look up and realize the sun's not coming out. And that's why I tell people I really got the most respect for the sun. Without it, none of us will live. When it comes out, it brings a different joy to us that only it can bring. You know, oh, you alive, Terry Lynn, and you winning. You winning. One of my buddies I lost a couple of years ago. One of the things that always bother me when I see stuff going on, his son just actually got signed to a league out in Africa, and even when I think about that, I think of how if only he was still here, he could see how much better things have gotten. He could. So being here is a win-win sometimes, you know, even in the loss. Even in the loss. Even in the loan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it'll take away all of your energy. It'll take away all of your energy. And then all the people around you drain too. And then, you know, well, it's a lot, you know, but I applaud you for still standing. I've learned one thing in the last couple of years through the pandemic, through the loss of friends, through the loss of people's children, through the loss of everything, through the changes in my children have went through, and, you know, changes in my home situation, that in the storm I had to stand. I had to stand. There was many times I buckled. But I had to stand. I had to find what I was fighting for. Like I said, you want to solve a problem, you want to fix the problem. First of all, let's find out what the problem is. And then I know what I'm fighting for. And I can only fight it one thing at a time. Like I said, if life is an elephant, we can't eat the whole thing at once. So I got to take this one bite at a time. Cut it up, one bite at a time. And so you just got to stand and fight. Mm-hmm. Sage is always good. Mm-hmm. I've also started getting into like crystals, emeralds, you know, stones, energy. One step at a time, that's it. Because if you try to do too much, so if I wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm gonna get everybody to stop fighting. I'll make sure I take care of everything in my house. And I'm gonna do this. Come on. We just made a list. 24 hours will never be enough. Here's what I can do. I can wake up in the morning and say, today I stop fighting. Today I'm done. Today I won't take one more message. Today I won't say one more word. Today I zip my lips. After I say whatever I'm saying right now, I'm done. And stick to it. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. That's it. See, that's it, what that was. And then I don't feel bad because now if I break that, it's just like when I came on here and told y'all I was taking the N word out my vocabulary. Every time I break it, I'm conscious of it. It don't got to be on here. I'm conscious of it. Like, why are you still on that word? Why is it when you get into this area of life, you keep going back to this word? Take this word out of your vocabulary. You know? because I'm only responsible for me. But now if I would have said and said, anybody out here saying it, now I can't even worry about me. Now I'm saying it, talking about them. Did this Ian just say Ian? You know what I'm saying? Like, did this Ian just, because like I told y'all, I didn't use Ian and I ain't just been talking about my own. I'm talking about the idiots, the fools, everything under it. Women, men, Caucasians, Hispanics, everybody been happy. And then that's another thing. Like I said, when I gave the example the other day about Ty Couture, like Terry Lynn, just like Heidi, just like John, just like Aaron Burr, just like all of them, you actually have people in your team who support and love you. Bump the rest. You know? Be thankful for that. Because everybody, see, people like, everybody against me, everybody against you, and I'm watching a whole army of people stand with you. You doing better than most. You understand? You're doing better than most. You got a team. You got a village. I am as good as my village. So if I got a village, let's make it shine, because I'm tired of looking at my village hurt. Tired of seeing my village cry. And since I'm the one started this here village, it's on me to take the first stance. It's on me to set the mood. You know what I mean? It's on me. Or I need to hire me a village president and say, okay, you know what? Look, now I started the village, but you just gonna be a better runner. Because me, I'm gonna act as a damn fool in this village, and we're gonna look up and we're gonna be the most tripe village in the world. Because like I said, y'all, let me tell you something. If I had to say if I grew up in a ghetto in the hood, yeah, I did, but I took the word ghetto out once I learned it meant death. And no wonder I saw so many die in it, because it meant death. So, oh, Dorit up in here. Hey, Dorit. Hey, Dorit. But yeah, so like I said, we better have some shots. But see, like I said, even on Sunday when I said that, I was there the whole time. But there was something in me that was so low that I said, no, you don't want to go up in your energy field low. So then it was things y'all talked about on Sunday I needed to hear in my spirit. Because that is, I'm telling you, that's what a village does, man. You know? You think every woman in the village braid hair? Then that's all we got is hair braiding? What about the ones who don't have hair they want to braid or they can't braid? A village has to be made up of everything. And you got a village. You got a support team. You got people who love you. And shoot, if people didn't have people that couldn't stand them and the haters, wouldn't be America. Okay? And that doesn't justify or excuse anything done wrong to you, what you did, whatever. It doesn't. It just means like it got to come a point where I'm going to show somebody how much I'm just unbothered. I always call Monica the queen of unbothered. So whether she messy, she out here doing this, she lying, she working at the chicken shack, I don't care. I don't care what she look like in real life. I don't care. But I call her the queen of unbothered because I watch people like, oh my God, she's the entertainment person. She's here, she's there, she's this, she's that. Her husband is cheating. This is going on. She was unbothered. We didn't hear one report. You think she wasn't sitting at home on days saying, all these hoes out here doxing me? They want me to come. You think she never said that? You think in one day she might have cried? You think she ain't sit before her pastor and pray for some peace? Come on, who wouldn't have? But we really don't know because she was the queen of unbothered. People be on there going off, and she'll just be like, come on, guys. Come on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I be thinking, you know what, John? This your girl. You should take a seat from her. Like, hey, she's showing you how to ignore somebody. She's showing you how to, I'll call you later and we'll talk shit for 5 hours about that mofo son of, you know what I'm saying? But just for your own safety. Okay. I sure will recover. I sure will. And that's always a positive thing. You never know. It may be some people I know that I can get them to watch it, but you know how I do it. I don't even send somebody to it. I watch it right in front of them and let them know it's okay with me. I don't have to have your problem. No, I might need to go there to send you there. So definitely will. Yeah, I mean, and it's hard to do that, but I'm telling you, when you the one I'm bothered, I don't watch people. You ever had somebody text you something like they trying to get into it with you? Or we don't use text messages. They trying to text you to get you into it, and you ain't responding. And before you could even not respond, they responded back like, "So you ain't got nothing to say?" And once I see them doing that, I don't even respond because I know I'm further up under your skin than I'll ever be saying something. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, and then I just believe say what you gotta say. So that means sit back for a minute. Don't go run out and say something real quick. Sit back for a minute, digest it, watch everything unfold, write yourself some notes, listen to it on your headphones so you don't miss a word of what they said. So that way, when you give your rebuttal, I'm completely over it. Yep. And even if I'm not over it, I'm completely over giving you an attention because the power we give somebody is way too much. You know what I mean? When we give people power, you done gave them way too much. Way too much. And does that mean people don't get up under my skin or not? Oh, please. Please. They do. Yep. I'm telling you, just be unbothered, completely unbothered. Back in the day, there were women who knew their husband had a whole nother woman and they were unbothered. When he died, they didn't go stand at the funeral and dog him out to tell you how he wasn't nothing but a sub liberty boo SOB with a T. Unbothered. And it's so funny. When I was growing up, you thought them women were weak. But then our generation, so-called so much on weak, but you, a man was dogging you and he wasn't even taking care of both homes. So who he's calling weak? I'm Bothered Betty, the one we all check. I'm out at that girl house. I'm letting her know that he with me. I was never that chick, but I'm just saying, just an example. Love you too. How you speaking to everybody? But yeah, so like I said, you gotta be that way. You gotta say what you mean. Say what you mean to say. I love that song. Say what you mean to say. Say what you mean to say. Say what you need to say. Then get it over with. And that's it. I'm not a tape recorder. I'm not a record. I'm not gonna just keep repeating myself over and over and over. You know what my problem is. You know what it is. And the best part about having your own channel, I don't know if anybody ever had to do this. I did. But I used to have a terrible temper. And so when I got mad or angry or upset by something, I just instantly said whatever was on my mind. Bump you, bump your mom, bump the dog, bump the cat, whatever I was going to say, I just said it. So one day this teacher decided to tell me to write it down. I'm like, write it down. I don't like writing. You know, I'm dyslexic. I don't like writing. And I wrote it. And so she said, read it. And as I got to reading it, because now remember you don't had time because you don't had time to write it. So when I was first writing, I was like, bump, you take your mama, shovel up the hope he died, da-da-da, Scooby-Doo. All nasty stuff. Phil flying Phil. As I went to reading it, I'm trying to clean it up as I'm reading out loud to her. Bump your mama. Skip that. She no, don't skip it, read it. And I get to read that, I'm like, well, I don't mean that. She no, just read what you wrote. Just read what you wrote. And I got finished reading. Now I'm a little embarrassed because now I'm reading to somebody what I was going to say to somebody, and I thought I mentioned it first. And she said, now put that in your back pocket. She said, and I'm going to see you later. You better have that exact letter in your back pocket later. I said, why? But I still kept it in my back pocket, you know. And so later on that day, she said, Danielle, come here. Let's read that letter again. This time I'm going to read it back to you. Okay. Gave her the letter. She read it. Now I was even more embarrassed hearing it. Hearing what I was saying. Imagining if somebody said it to me and all this stuff. And when she got done, she said, now we're going to do something that you can't do if you would have said that. And she set that piece of paper on fire. In a school, in a building. She set that piece of paper on fire. And it made me realize the power of some words. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even though from the moment I wrote it, I didn't even feel that way no more. Imagine if I just said it to somebody. But sometimes we do that because when I'm mad, hey, it's Vent City up in here. It is man, and there's nobody who's safe. Don't say something about Pastor. Oh, Pastor could get it too. You know what I'm saying? Now, no disrespect to the pastors. No disrespect. Because when I say church, you say tabernacle. You know, but they would get it too. That's right. Yeah, but I'm telling you, so when she taught me that, I had to really think about it. So sometimes, hey, y'all, before you push send, I want you to type in what you're going to say and look at it. You know? Because that be, but sometimes if you look at it too quick, you just might say it. You just might, fucking, did he just say, oh, hell no, wow. Because sometimes you feel that. So sometimes what you'll catch me doing while I'm watching a live, one day I'm going to do one of the lives of people who actually let me put their live on my thing and not say I was trying to steal it or not, you know? But I'm going to show you that truly I sit here and I'm making jokes sometimes where it shouldn't probably be because I have to laugh. So I might say, wait a minute, but you just said last week it was somebody else. Now, I'm really calling you a liar, but I have to laugh. I have to laugh. I have to be like, oh, okay. Oh, you just put your foot in your mouth. Oh, you should have said, ah. And sometimes I'm in the comments like, abort, you guys, please stop. Y'all are just gasoline hoses all through the thing. And I know sometimes it be from a true good place. But you like, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Because this person getting ready to snap. Like, I knew when I was watching Heidi on there. I kid you not. I said, oh, I feel like if he imply or say liar one more time, she's going to get ready to sneer now. So it's not going to matter if somebody, because if somebody say that in the comments, it's just icing on the cake of what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally telling, man, Queen, come out. Come out, Queen. Come out. Because we human. We're human. And like I said, it's easy to talk about the restraints we do if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But I'm going to tell you, like I said, I just try to relate to where I had to actually have those restraints. I actually had those restraints. One of the reasons I still ain't told y'all the whole story on my grandbaby, my grandson in Dallas about with his grandmother, because I feel like even if I tell it as smoothly as I can, I don't want to diss a woman who I'm going to always have to have respect for because my grandson's going to always love her. But even with that, that's like, oh, you pulled me on a restraint thing. Because see, me, I don't give no fucks when it comes to stuff like that. But I had to think of the big picture. You know, what's the bigger picture? The bigger picture is no matter what she do or say, what my grandbaby will always know is your grandma got much class. She's a boss, a real one. And she's such a boss that when she ride for her, she ride even when somebody could say, oh, you just got punked. Or you got, no, the hell I didn't. That never took place. That wasn't even in question. I actually made sure that it was known that I'm such a boss, you can't move me. You can't move a mountain. You know what I mean? To unbox. I'm telling you, you gotta be. Just be unbothered. And people be trying to get under your skin. I mean, they'll be going on their channels, saying your name, making sure they said it in front of people. Had the flunky send it back to you. People gonna talk about it, they gonna do all that, and you still. And every time they think you about to talk about it, you don't. Oh, they really sick. They sick. They sick in the head. That's how I feel about people. Like, please, whenever I want to talk about some garbage, if somebody was bothering me, I'm gonna talk about some real life stuff so we can get to at least some kind of, because me and them may never get to a place. We may never get to a place. And like I told y'all, ain't nobody on YouTube who I'm sitting around beefing with. I ain't got beef with nobody on here. None. Got no beef and nobody's stake on here. And who I am on here is who I am for real. Like, this is really me. Not a character. You know, but I can understand in so much lack of trust, so much using, so much clout chasing on here. I can see why people always are skeptical of anything that don't seem I don't know. No, because I don't know what people are looking for. No, because people be like, I just can't trust nobody. But then the whole crew you running with was a bunch of people nobody trusted anyway. So it's like, well, I don't know if y'all was looking for trust or just a friend. You know. But that's okay. Only way to learn is to make the mistakes sometimes. I gotta make the mistakes to learn. And we all human. We all got some stuff we did wrong and mistakes we made and stuff we said. And if somebody's saying they don't, then I don't even know why we ended up in the same place. Because trust me, I know we done been on the same road before together. I know it. I'm no better than you, and no, you no worse than me. But yeah, that's what I believe. And like I said, the truth of the matter is, anybody who know that like I said, I'd be all over you. And if you only see me in this sector and think that's the only place I'd be, it's because that's the only place you've been. Yeah, that's the only place you at. I'm all around here because it's a lot on here, and it's a lot of good. There's a lot of different areas to be and watch people. And like I said, I got some people I've been subscribed to for almost 7-8 years. And I could name them. And some of them got 200,000-300,000 subscribers, and I was with them when they were at 26. I told you when I first subscribed to Tasha K, she had 7,000 subscribers. That's a fact. That is a factual. And she was so small and being a YouTuber, she was going on other people's stuff. I'm saying, please. I remember when she did her first collabo with another YouTuber. Like, come on, please. I've literally been around here forever. So, yeah, I'm going to be me. I hope everybody is them, because that's the best part of you. That's what I love about each and every person, good or bad, that they're their own person. But if you somebody else's yes man, spokesman, flunky man, whatever, please stop and be you. Stop and be you. And don't ever think that if you do that for somebody, that means somebody's going to do it for you, because it doesn't. It actually means no one's going to do it for you because they think you're a flunky. People stand up for you when you stand up for yourself. Or when they just think you're just too scared to stand up for yourself. Now, if that's the case, I mean, I'm definitely standing up for people when I think they're too afraid to. And I always tell my kids too, not only to look for the people with the integrity, but also to look for people and make sure they have a moral compass, because people will make mistakes. We all will. But the moral compass will guide you from taking this way beyond. Like I said, you're never going to hear me talk about somebody's dead kid, period. We could be arch enemies. Like I said, I can tell y'all some story of some enemies and tell y'all how their kid is dead. I'm never going to make a joke. And if you made one while I was talking about him, I'm going to cuss you out like that was my kid. That's simple. Never going to do it. So I could sit here and say it a million times, but I ain't never going to do it. I get into it with any of y'all. I don't give a doggone what your kid doing. Your kid could be ugly, schmugly, dugly, fugly. I don't care. A slut, a druggie. I don't care. They could be in a gang. I'm not talking about your kids. Your daughter could have been married 14 times and divorced, and he cheat. Every one of them cheated. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm not. Once again, I might talk about your pastor. I might talk about your mama. I'm not talking about your kids. You know? Your race? To dog your race out as if you represent that whole race would be giving you way too much power to. I'm not dogging out your race neither. You can dog out mine. That just means you're jealous of it. I know the good things, the great things, the things that you wouldn't even have in this country had my people not made them, built them, and made away. So you'll never make me feel bad about that. I'm so proud to be black that if I came back 100 times, I'd want to come back that same African American. Even if you had to put me back in the days when it wasn't even cool, because it's still some places that ain't cool. But I'm still proud. I feel everybody should sit proudly in where they are and who you are and why you are. But yeah. Oh yeah. And I just wish as a whole that there was more more restrictions all through YouTube. Like I said, most of the restrictions are gonna end up hurting the new people who thought it was okay to do things, and they're gonna learn that it wasn't because of that. That's how it always ends up trickling down. Is that all these people come in thinking, "Oh, I've been watching this go on here for years," and then they try it, and the new rules. Did you change your name? Happy, did you change your name? I just looked down. I was like, wait, I'm bothered? Look, I'm bothered? I'm like, is that Happy? That's how you'll be happy. Be unbothered. I'm telling you. It's just like that man when you're giving him all the attention in the world and trying to make him be whoever it was you thought he should be or you wanted him to be. And honey, it was the moment you didn't care. He came a running. He couldn't stop chasing you. He was calling you every day. You couldn't even dial his number all the way. He was calling you back to see if you had called him, honey, because you was unbothered. You didn't care. Baby, I wasn't studying you. But when you was calling you at 7, you was calling him at 6:59. Please. It's when he was like, call me at 7. You barely made it to call him that day. He called you at 8. Hey, well, you must have been busy at 7. And you know what I say? Shoot, is it past 7? Like you don't look at your phone and see the time as you pick it up. Was it past 7? I didn't even realize it. What's going on with you anyway? That was the one thing I learned, and I learned that with men. And you be sitting up trying your best, and I'm gonna make sure I do this. And it was that chick who was making herself unbothered and unavailable. He was chasing her all through town. You know what? Just me. I'm actually about to get out of here myself. I've been hanging. Y'all know I'm that auntie on the phone that keeps saying, well, let me go and get out of here and go make dinner. I'm gonna make some supper. And then she still be on the phone. Hee-haw and gossiping, kicking and stuff. That's me. That's fully me. And I did say I want to take Nino out while it's still light. Because once again, when you're around all these woods, I get the night to the animals. And then I'm like with him and animals lurking and smirking. I ain't got time to play with them. So we need to go and get out. Take us a little whiz off. And then come back. But I have enjoyed talking with y'all. Yeah, like I said, it was no real topic today. It was just a midweek check-in, check on y'all, tell y'all how I've been, and get on some love, receive some love, and that's really about it. So I hope everybody continues to have a good Wednesday in the middle of the day. Eat something good. When you do, think of me. Listen to a good song. When you do, let me know what it is so I can listen to it. Thank you, unbothered. I tell you something, I had to go through half the BS just to be this blessing. You know, I really did. That's why I tell you, I can understand. I don't have to knock nothing. I tell people, somebody be like, did you know that he used to cheat? Okay, what's next? Did you know that she should have 4 kids? Okay, what's next? You know, we all got a budget, did you know? But did you know that you're not going to be able to come to me and make me feel what you feel off what you're saying? Because see, where you might hate that person for this, it might make me love and understand where they're coming from better now. Don't mean that I agree with it, just mean I understand where you're coming from now. So I ain't the one or not. Oh, yeah, I did too. I'm glad we were all up in here loving on each other. Like I said, I got a bunch of moderators. You're moderating yourself. And me and Susan are just overseeing that whole situation. But that's good. They see, because when the real boss is coming around, they going to moderate. They say, you got 8,000 cops in there. They ain't working on them. The boss is covering themselves. They covering themselves. That's why people who are important, and that's why even when I say with the Chris Rock thing, it don't matter what you said or what you did. It's always who can remain a boss at this moment. You know what I mean? Now, it's easy to step out of boss. You know, I can't say that you can smack me and I'm going to stand there. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you know that's not going to happen. You put your hands on me, I'm going to put my back. And I just believe you should do the same and put my hands on you. So, see, I still got growing to do. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm gonna get on out of here, take Nino out, have a little fun with him, and I will probably catch you all later. I think I'm gonna do a mommy upload because I really want to do those little letters that, like I said, because one day, if you're building something, one day you'll be somewhere and I won't be here. And I want, even if my grandbabies come make certain things, I want them to know that this is truly me. I wasn't just saying it to you. If I speak it, I want the world to know. I want them to know. And I know as a parent, my mommy letters are more just like letters to myself. Like, it's okay. Like I said, no parent is perfect. And the parent that's sitting around saying they the most perfect is lying. None of us are. Because it didn't come with a handbook. And the only way to perfect something is if you already have a way to do it. Like you already got the plan, the blueprint, the everything. Guess what you don't? Because even as a parent, if I have multiple children, they're not all the same. It's not all the same. So I definitely want to get on that a mommy upload, not to mention that now I have a 25-year-old. So I was like, oh man, I've been in this game a quarter century. And as long as I'm still here, I can be better, do better. But yeah, guys, love you. I will catch you later. Have a good day. And like I said, who knows? I might be back. Or you might just catch me in another live, but that's most likely where you're going to catch me today. But all right, y'all, guys, I am out of here. Have a good one. See ya.